welcome back to I'm a Beauty channel, and we are going to hop right into this video. Are you tired of wasting time, reaching the end of the day and you're like, what have I done? Have I even completed my to-do list? Or you have just opt out because you are tired? Well, you have came to the right place. I have created 10 time wasting habits that you need to ditch now, right now. Ditch it, not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Once you ditch these habits, you supercharge your productivity. Because listen, you need to unlock your full potential and get ahead of the game. Reach those goals much faster. And here we're going to start right now. To dive into some time wasting habits that is affecting your productivity, because you really need to reach your goals. It's the middle of the year. Have you even reached those goals that you set back in January? Have you? So here are some time wasters that will unleash your potential and supercharge your productivity habits. Let's get started. So number one is our pitfalls. Something that is procrastination's pitfalls, that is a habit waster, is simply scrolling endlessly on social media. You look at one video and then the next hour you're on a whole different level. You're basically hour wasted only scrolling. I'm guilty of this too. There's times I will come home from work and I need to do something and I'm like, you know what, 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, going on my phone, scrolling, looking at all the reels, the TikToks, the posts, everything. And then an hour later and I'm still scrolling. So this is where you need to cut it. This is where you have to discover on how it affects your focus, how it stops you from reaching your goals, and learn some effective strategies to help you cut it out. So I'm not saying cutting out totally, because that's not gonna happen, but know what to do. So maybe you don't start with the scrolling. Start with doing your task and reward yourself with 10 minutes or half an hour of scrolling, because sometimes you just go on. But if you know that you're gonna go on for an hour, stop yourself before you start scrolling and be like, okay, I have these goals to accomplish. I have these tasks. Once I do these tasks, then I will reward myself scrolling through TikTok, scrolling through Instagram, whatsoever. So this is just knowing what your priority is. Is your priority scrolling through TikTok and Instagram, or is your priority just reaching your goals that you set back in January? I think it's the second one. So know where you are, know where you're at, stop it from the beginning, then you'll reward yourself. It's just like a little kid. You're not gonna give a little kid dessert before the main course. It's the main course, then the dessert, okay? Think of it like that. Think of it like that. I want to enjoy the main course so I can appreciate maybe the dessert. Or maybe you don't even need the dessert after all. But this is where you do. Get the main course out of the way so that you can enjoy the dessert. Number two, basically, is multitasking madness. Yes. Multitasking madness. You cannot multitask. I'm talking to myself too. There's so many times where you think that you can multitask. You think you can do 2, 3, 4, 5 tasks at a time, but you cannot. So setting yourself to focus on one task. It's quality over quantity. Knowing that you need to produce quality work on focusing on that one task. So whether you have to focus on a task, set a timer, half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, whatsoever. So focus on a task and just focus on it for that time. I usually have 30 minutes, focus on that task, take a 5-minute break, focus on another task, or continue focusing on that other task. But knowing that you cannot do more than one task at a time, because at the end of the day, one task is going to get more of your attention than the other task. You want to be successful? Produce quality over quantity. Number 3 is unproductive meetings. Listen, I hate gatherings that waste my time. You know that a meeting is going to waste your time? just don't go. If you know that, I'm not talking about work because those are mandatory. Sometimes it doesn't make sense why we have meetings that can be an email, but we're not going to get into that. What I'm going to get into is this. If certain friends want to go out and you know they want to go out and party and this and that, but you really know that you got to focus on the task, you got to cut the unnecessary gathering because it is time wasters. Yeah. So if you want to gather with them another time, but you know that you have a deadline coming up, cut it out. It's going to be a time waster. There's plenty of times that I say to myself, I'm going to go on the phone, for example, for just 10 minutes, and it ends up being 2 hours because you want to catch up. You want to do this. Yes, there's no problem with it, but if you have a task at hand, and if you want to be very productive, you gotta cut it out. Know your boundaries, know when to cut it off. Know, okay, maybe I can talk or maybe I can gather with my friends or family member after the task is complete. That's okay. And going into that same direction, number 4 is cutting out the unnecessary distractions and knowing what they are and avoid them. Know that the worst thing is that when you are in a workflow and you are so in the mind, you're in the zone, and distractions happen, it's the worst. It's the worst to try to get back into it. So know what certain distraction arises at certain times. Maybe there's always distractions during the afternoon. So for me, I'm going to try to do my workflow in the morning, or if you can't at evening, whatever. Know where you can get stuff done, know where your workflow is, and know to cut out certain distractions and set boundaries. If you are in a household that you're not by yourself, set boundaries. Be like, okay guys, I have to do certain stuff at X, Y, and Z time. Please do not distract me. Or if you have to get out the house, get out the house. But know what your workflow is. Know to avoid and cut out certain distractions. And number 5, I am so guilty of this if you look at my inbox, but it's all about the email overload. This is all about the time-sucking technology. If you have a lot of emails, cut out those emails. I even had to put something in place that I have to cut out certain emails every day, every week, so I can reach a certain number in my inbox. It's madness. If I'm doing, it's cutting out certain subscriptions that I don't need, because honestly, once you see it, you read through it, or it's just, you put it aside, but it's cluttering, it's sucking out your times, and you just need to cut it out. And then also try to prevent it from being a black hole for your time. So try to cut it out as soon as you can, or even if you have to add 10 minutes to your time to just delete emails, do it. Try to be at like a low minimum that's in your email box. And even in that, going in that direction, number 6 is the mindless internet surfing. When you're on one site that leads to another site, and all of a sudden you have 10, 20 tabs open. Yes, there's times I go back and I'm like, why do I have so many tabs open? Cut it out. Just like how you have to delete all those emails, know what gravitate you to surfing online, because that is a time waster, time habit waster, time that can be spent going at your goals, time that can be spent searching for that information that you've been wanting to know more about to achieve your goals. So learning what gravitates you and try to eliminate it right away from the start, so you don't all of a sudden have all those tab opens, because it's not necessary. Now, with that being said, number 7 is very important, because this is where it really, really sucks your time. If you don't plan, you won't succeed. It is so true. It's been proven time after time after time. Poor time management skills is a huge time habit waster. If you don't plan out your day, if you don't plan out your time, nothing will be structured and nothing will flow. And you definitely won't achieve your goals if you do not plan it out, unless you win the lottery or unless you have someone to do it for you. But poor time management is a big time wasting habit. One thing that I have learned to do is time blocking. So time blocking, real simple, is basically planning out your time hour by hour. So knowing what task is filling those times. So if 9 o'clock in the morning, you have work, so 9 to 5, you have work from 9 to 5, that's time block. Just like how no one can disturb you during work. No one can be like, okay, you have another appointment. So 9 to 5, that's work. But afterwards, maybe 6 to 7, you want to work on a task. Maybe 7 to 8, you want to read your book. So on and so on. Inputting time blocking in place will help your time management skills. Number 8 is cluttered workplace. Yes, it's a time wasting habit. Why? Because when you have clutter all over, you cannot be focused on a task. You can't even produce a task well. So making sure that your area, your workplace area, is clean, it's an environment that you can work, that it's easy to flow, that everything is just in its place so that you can succeed on your goals. So making sure that your work area is decluttered so that you can have great productivity into whatever task that you are at, that you're producing, that you're trying to succeed. Number 9, time wasting, time habit wasting that you won't really think that will happen, but it is lack of sleep. Lack of sleep, not going to bed on time. What is on time for you? So making sure that you have enough sleep throughout the night so that you can be the best version of yourself. Because if you are foggy in your mind, you cannot produce good work. As I said, quality over quantity. So in order to do that, you have to be well rested. And if you cannot go to sleep, sometimes it is stress or sometimes you are just overthinking. Try to find something in place that will help you go to sleep. So we all know that if you don't have enough sleep, you will lose focus throughout the day. You'll be just like angsty. Like there's times where I don't have sleep and the next day I'm just like so just irritated with everything and just like because you want that sleep. Your body needs rest. So not only just like eyes closed shut, you need to be well rested. Your body needs to be well rested so that you can be the best version of yourself. And that's what I want for you, becoming the best version of yourself. And in that note, number 10, unhealthy lifestyle choices. Listen, that's nutrition, exercise, all those stuff. Knowing that if your body is not at its best, you won't be at your best and you won't be able to produce at your best. So knowing that you need to fuel your body, get your vitamins, get your nutrition, get everything that you need to get so that you are able to achieve those goals. Have made it through the 10 wasting habits that is holding you back from achieving your goals. Now that you know this knowledge, listen, honey, now that you know this knowledge, it's time to take action and eliminate those time-wasting habits so that you can achieve those goals that you have set out back in January. And it's not about perfection, but it's all about the progress. It's about trusting the progress and know that it's okay to start over again. It's okay to change how you get there, but not the goal. So by making small changes each day, you will, trust me, recognize the remarkable transformation, incredible results. So don't forget to live out loud. And you don't know what that means, that simply means living out your dreams. And until next time, I will see you in the next video.